What's going on, guys? Got my notebook here. I got a bunch of notes so I can organize my thoughts and present it to you in a way that's very digestible, which I haven't been done doing in the past. But I want to talk to you guys real quick about the anti-diet crusade. So if you're not aware, there's a whole realm of people who thinks that anyone that diets or that dieting culture is like toxic and harmful and like ruining the world. And I'm gonna tell you why it's BS and I don't agree with it. But I'm also gonna tell you why I agree with 90% of what they're saying. Before I go on, please like, subscribe, comment, turn notifications on. They all help the algorithm. My goal is to help more people just like you. So the more you can do that, the better it's gonna help me. So I posted the other week this. I posted tracking your diet is not an eating disorder, obsessive behavior, or a life sentence. It's simply a tool. Not everyone should be anti-diet. Some of us have body composition goals. And I got a lot of like flack. I got good and bad response, right? I got like 80% of the people were like, dude, F you, like you're promoting horribleness and you're going to hell. And the other part was like, dude, that's great. I totally agree with you. And so I agree with 80% of the anti-diet movement, attaching a value, right, to a certain image, right? So if you have this body image, you're gonna be happier, you're gonna, X, Y, Z. Which isn't necessarily true, but you also have to think about like, this is like, look at any commercial, look at the food industry, the car, automobile industry, pharmaceutical industry. You look at all these commercials like, oh, you buy this new car, you feel this way, right? Or you take this pharmaceutical, your life's cleared up. Like, people have been doing it forever, right? And so why is the diet culture singled out and called toxic and horrible? And, I think that we're all on the same page here, right? Like, we all want to be healthy. And I understand where the anti-diet crowd is coming in, because health should always be first, right? It should always be first. You should be trying to get into a BMI that's healthy and safe so you can live longer, right? It's not about like, being a certain, like just being absolutely peeled. It's about just having that health, and if you have that already and you have other goals and you do want to get completely shredded, that's awesome. Like, still have those goals. And no one's the enemy. I think that the anti-diet crowd saying that like it's toxic and it's horrible, like it's just not true. It isn't toxic. Like, yes, like there are certain parts of it that can be toxic, and that really depends on how you're taking these images and this notion of how you're gonna feel when you're at that. And it can lead to a lot of like, really inhibited thinking. And we're obviously getting to a realm of like disordered eating patterns, and everyone's saying, oh, if you track your meals and you do that and it's going to give you a disordered eating pattern. And like 1 in 4 people that are into fitness, they struggle with some sort of eating disorder. And yes, that is true. But saying, oh, well, you're just going to get an eating disorder or you're not going to get your goal physique, like, why try? It's like, well, why try? So you can live longer, right? That's why you try. And I think that not trying is worse than like keep trying and failing. It's actually good to fail. Like your job, your relationships, like if you fail at one point, you don't give up, you just keep trying. And someone said like, insanity is this doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a result. Like, no, that's called trying. That's called trying to change. And insanity is being an insane person, like, being like diagnosed as you're insane, right? Not being in reality. And so like that notion of just who cares, why do it? It's bad. It's going to lead to X, Y, and Z. It's not. I know a lot of people, a lot of doctors that work with people that have disordered eating patterns. Obviously, yeah, it's like, what's the trigger? Let's heal that first. Like, what is that's causing you to have this? Let's take care of that. But in the meantime, they do have a lot of their clients tracking food. They do give them like meal plans and have them stick to certain things and boundaries. Like, they have them do these certain things that a lot of people who are trying to lose weight and body fat or gain weight and body fat or whatever muscle, that are doing. So I think it's just kind of like, like, I get that it feels like shit to fail. It does. There's no way around it, but that doesn't mean that it's bad for us. It's a part of learning. It's a part of like getting different things done. So that's my take on this whole anti-diet. If you agree, disagree, comment below. Love to hear your thoughts. Love to have a nice conversation, because I think we live in America. We have freedom of speech. Like, dude, think and say what you want. And if you are anti-diet, awesome. Like, dude, that's totally great. If you are on a diet or you're like, you know, cool with dieting and you want to change your body composition, that's also great. Like, both sides are great. You know, the problem is calling it one side, like saying to one side F you, and basically call them toxic and bad. And the other side, the same thing. It's just like, no, like, you know, you can live your life how you want. It's, you know, obviously I want people to live longer and be in healthy BMIs. That's where I'm coming from. So anyways, hope this helps. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And Coach Con Diesel signing off.